You think you outsmarted me? The mighty Muldoon? I don't think so, YOKED.
Stay tuned for what happens next on Yoked Girth. Now a word from our sponsor.
Kids, are you ready for a new wild and wacky puncho fruit flavor? Introducing Apricot. It's a punch to the gut. So stop by, fill up, and make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog before you jet away.
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise quiet town. If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect for anyone under 18 starting tonight. Now to other news. In the business world, Ominent Practical Technology signs a deal with
What? Damn. Where am I? Are those roots? Nah, can't be. This must be one of those prank TV shows. Wait, what are y'all doing here?
I was just asking myself the same thing.
Nah, this isn't looking good, Max. Whoa, look at the size of that ant. Honestly, I'm just glad it's not big enough to squish me.
Squished a few ants in your day?
Not so loud. They might hear you.
Right. There must be someone in charge of this science experiment. But I haven't seen any signs of anyone else. Good one, Nightmare. Keep me guessing.
Signal detected.
What was that? Some sort of radio signal? I wonder where it's coming from. Wow, what is that?
It looks kind of like a bathroom scale.
Showtime. Haha, just like laser tag. Nothing happened. Looks like the other two lasers are blocked. After all that build-up, this big mysterious computer doesn't do anything. Man.
In my experience, that's 99% of what using a computer is all about.
These things are never gonna catch on.
Science!
Appropriate wizard's familiar.
Seems like something's digging around underneath us.
That's no bunny rabbit.
hot on the trail. He's got a nose for the truth.
And a passion for justice.
Food.
The solitary ant. One of 100,000 mindless drones. No hopes, no dreams. Bound to the will of the colony.
Willow. Sometimes an ant is just an ant.
Indeed. Just an ant.
Looks like that little red thing's itching for a fight. Something that sounded like a big far-off explosion?
The far-off explosion sound. Definitely your fault.
I don't want any part of that spider. What?
Science!
I'm so thirsty.
I'm not picky.
I could use a hand here!
I got you.
System reboot in progress. I suspect you were miniaturized by Dr. Tully's spacer device. Why are you here in the yard? I do not know. In fact, I cannot seem to recall much of anything. A recent power surge has caused a massive raw science containment explosion. And what's worse, the explosion has disrupted my computing power. My memory banks are corrupted. Sorry to pile on the bad news, my new friend. How can I be of service? It seems you and I are both a little discombobulated. Given my best calculations, your biomass has been subject to covalent spacing reduction via interatomic energy extraction. In other words, you have been shrunk. It is likely this was achieved using Dr. Wendell Tully's spacer platform, patent pending. Shrinking can be a traumatic experience for tiny human brains, and memory loss is a known side effect. Hopefully your memory will return in time. Dr. Tully is a brilliant scientist and inventor. He is also my creator. My initial protocol was to serve as the short-order cook of the future. However, I have been recently promoted to acting science manager to assist with his experiments. No doubt my previous work experience has been invaluable to Dr. Tully. Although, now that I am processing it, I have not seen him for several weeks. And now I cannot recall where he went. It must be my corrupted memory banks. You are here, in the Oak Lab, built and used by Dr. Wendell Tully to experiment on all things small.
Oh, it's getting dark.
This is the base of operations for conducting experiments in his yard. To return to your prior size, you would need to successfully activate Dr. Tully's spacer platform. Unfortunately, my readings indicate it is inoperable. It appears to have suffered several malfunctions from the explosion. I am sorry, but it appears you may be stranded here for some time until we find a solution. Haha! That is a great idea! Let me run a full diagnostic scan on it and see what we need to do to get it fixed up. Processing! Processing! Memory fault. Code 408B3000. Ominent OS script runtime error. Arg! I am sorry again. It appears I have sustained more damage to my memory chips than expected. Without those memories, I do not know how to repair the spacer. Dr. Tully used 2 types of chips to back up my memory. Auxiliary chips are small capacity chips used to store project data. If you find these, I should be able to help you learn new survival recipes. Super chips are special, and they are gold. They back up full directories of my memory system. If we are going to fix the spacer, that data is bound to be on a super chip. I suggest exploring the other labs in the backyard. Return with any memory chips you find. Dr. Tully has built many more labs throughout the yard.
Science!
Each lab is used for various experimental procedures. I can upload their locations to your Scabby. Stand by. Processing. Processing. Error. Files not found. Code 632C404. Cheese and fries. The lab locations are missing from my memory banks too. But we are in luck. I was able to retrieve the location of one of the facilities, the Hedge Lab. The Hedge Lab is the observation center of the yard and used for research on arachnid webbing. You will find the hedge near the house if you head southeast. The lab is located deep inside the hedge, sending the coordinates to your Scabby. Try to find the Hedge Lab first, but there is nothing stopping you from searching the yard for the other labs. Except, of course, thousands of angry, hungry insects. That reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with biometric scanners. You will need access for any chance of success. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometric scanner near it. Give it a moment to sync your signature into the mainframe. Once you are registered, you will be granted access to the ASL network of computers too. ASL grants access to daily work items, nay, tasks, nay, quests, yes, quests. I will reward you raw science for each completed quest. In my science shop, you can trade raw science back for survival recipes from experiments that Wendell conducted when he was first exploring the yard. Log on to the ASL terminal over there and see what is available. Unless you have any other questions, you really should get started finding those chips. And try not to die out there. Have an exponentially great day!
Maybe that spiderling tastes like popcorn.
We could put some aphid butter on top. Just like at the movies.
There goes my breakfast.
I have isolated the source of the particle irregularities. They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process. If I adjust the machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the expanding process. Burgle, please bring up the readings for the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SMPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
It's no lemon crime, but it's better than nothing.
What's in that nasty hole?
Probably a spider.
Whoa!
They're great. I actually thought about getting a pet tarantula once.
Some cartoon? That is Yoked Girth. Of the Yoked Girth novels, comics, and Sunday morning cartoon? They're even making a movie.
I'm guessing he'll need more than just a head for that.
It's okay. In episode 39, Moldorf ripped his head off and threw it in a volcano, but the shamans resurrected him from a bucket of blood.
Whoa! Cause in the books, Moldorf just scratched him with a dagger, and there were no shamans, and no bucket of blood.
See, Boggs? I'm always telling you need to spend less time reading books.
Science! Science!
Choke it down, Pete.
Scabby. Surveyor connection established. Use survey stations to scan for analyzed materials. Visit additional stations to expand the survey network.
For so long, I have felt taunted by the spiders of the yard. Climbing, crawling, skittering with the greatest of ease. Oh, and how they delight in violating my workspace. I can't take a single step without getting stuck in their confounded webbing. I'm wasting daylight, running, climbing, surviving, traversing this broken lab. The entire yard, for that matter, has become untenable. But perhaps my spider friends hold the key to my problems.
Hoops, come on! Can't do this without you.
I'm not finished yet.
Today, Trudy asked, or rather insisted, I take a break from my work for a family day. I'll admit, the argument that preceded my reluctant agreement was one for the ages. She just doesn't understand how important the work is. But in the end, all was not lost. As fate would have it, our little trip to Stormin Beach's Wave Park has given me fresh inspiration. A particular attraction sported a zip line over an undulating pool filled with sun-baked tubers, basking in the light of the cruel sun that baked them like red raisins. But I digress. It was the zip line that captured my imagination. Such an elegant solution to my problems in the hedge. When we got home, it was straight back to work. After another argument, of course. Early test runs on the zipline system have produced mixed results. Prices on steel cable are ridiculous, so I've been forced to proceed with my original idea, spider thread. I'm using web samples from my unwanted guests with a few clever alterations, of course. Things were going well until Sarah threw yet another toy into the hedge. I swear that the lost city of Atlantis might be found beneath the roots of this blasted bush. I told them both. No baseballs, no flingman discs, no more throwing. I'll need to find a way to strengthen the zip lines, and I've forbidden the children from playing in the yard, temporarily, of course. Dinner will be, I would say, awkward, I suspect.
Put me in, Coach.
It's not so bad, Pete. I got you.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah! Burgle's gonna be so happy to get some of his memories back. Maybe he'll make me a burger or something.
With fries.
With fries.
Burgle Transcription Unit 89.10.5. Order number 20.
Burgle, did you organize my research notes on the material properties of the hedge berries as I directed?
Of course. Well, no.
Good. Wait. Explain.
I have logged 110,437 different algorithms for organization and compiled them into an alphabetical list. That menu is being printed now and should be ready for review in approximately 12 weeks. After that is complete, I will be able to organize your research notes based on the algorithm you select.
Well, let me know when it's done then.
I do it your way, when you can do it the Robie's way. Put your cares away and have an exponentially great day. Good morning, how can I help you today? Do-do-do-do-do. It is nice to see a friendly face around here. How can I help you today? Huh. You made it back in one piece. How unexpected. You are more resourceful than I thought. Hand it over and we can see what data Dr. Tully backed up upon it. Processing. Processing. This is the Hedge Super Chip. Forgive me, I forgot to mention the nasty spiders before I sent you up there. I hope they were not too much trouble.
I'm holding raw science in my hands.
I am feeling much more like myself. Take it from me, there's nothing quite like a reverse lobotomy. Thank you. Now, what is it you were wanting to know? Oh yes, the location of the other super chips. There are 4 labs throughout the yard, each with a super chip. The Hedge Lab, the Pond Lab, the Haze Lab, and the Black Ant Lab. And you have already made it through the hedge, so now on to the others. I will mark the locations of the super chips in those labs. Please find them and return to me so we can figure out how to repair the spacer. Oh, before you leave, check out the new recipes in the ASL Terminal Science Shop. That could be helpful for some of the tougher challenges. Have an exponentially great evening!
One success after another! I have returned Burgle to his original size! It appears that my new raw science containment field is working at 99% effectiveness.
98.5%!
Right. However, as Burgle indicates, there is some minor, insignificant raw science leakage. A note for another time.
Noted!
But I see no reason to put off a human trial. I believe there should be no issues. But audentes fortuna juvat. I am ready to prove my creation's full potential. End recording. Burgle, I'd like to record some messages for my family in case things do not go as planned.
Perhaps we should make camp for the night?
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
I'm ready to eat my pillow, I'm so tired.
Please don't move, and look straight ahead. I promise you won't feel a thing.
It's a go for molecular reduction. Spacer is primed.
Where you are going, all your worries will seem so small.
Now that was a top 10 weird dream.
I had one too. It was crazy.
And I remember every bit of it. An Ominent logo and a fancy spacer. A spacer that was pointed directly at me.
It was like being in my own movie.
This changes everything. Maybe Burgle will understand what's going on.
Each member of the Tully family, excepting yours truly, looks at Brussels sprouts, the great cabbage of Belgium, with utter disdain. Within its densely packed leaves, a high-powered nutrient boost in a miniature form factor. And yet mealtime after mealtime, it is recklessly cast aside. Well, more for me. The body knows when it's lacking something. Funny that it doesn't tell the mind why, though. But I have taken the hint, and I'll do those brilliant horticulturalists of Belgium one better. You see, these little morsels are a prime candidate for experimentation in my new submersible multifunction lab. A closed-loop system complete with retractable solar dome. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Dr. Tully, it is almost time for your appointment.
Already? The joys of getting older. She pushed me to go see a doctor after she remarked that I looked like a plate of wet ham. Well, mustn't be late and keep Dr. Applebaum waiting. This morning, I installed the borrowed lab modules. Another one of my forgotten inventions from the early days. I had such grand notions back then. The Kinder Science Mini Quick Little Chemist Lab educational toy for children. But no, Wendell, we can't possibly put hydrochloric acid into the hands of children. The lawyers will never agree. It's a good thing I never told them about the Bunsen burners. Odd that Ominent has been using my toy pieces in this way. I digress. The lab network is now up and running in the backyard. I'm planning to dedicate each one of them to a different function. Main power will run through here. The Oak Lab is the center of operations for the backyard. The second lab is nestled into the Hedge. Such wonderful views from up there. Side note, I'm worried that Ominent's shoddy manufacturing of the lab pieces will cause them to fall apart over time, but they will do for now.
Fiat Lux!
This time you've gone too far, Wendell Tully. You've done the unthinkable, trespassed the unforgivable. You missed Thanksgiving dinner. Who can blame Trudy? I know that I pushed things to the breaking point and that she has grit her teeth and borne it. She told me that she could not bear to watch me destroy my life, let alone hers, the children's, in single-minded pursuit of this technology. Never in all the years of knowing her has she given me such a cold, immovable ultimatum. My science or my family. But if only she could see. I am doing this for them. I understand it has been hard. It has been harder on no one more than myself. If only I had more time. If I could just prove to them the wonders that are so close now, they would understand, wouldn't they? And if they did not, perhaps they never understood me at all.
To see a friendly face around here. How can I help you today? I knew I could count on you. Please hold while I update my files. Here we go. Processing. Processing. Whew! Better than ever. My diagnostic module is now restored. Analysis shows the spacer suffered a catastrophic failure in the embiggening cell. The embiggening cell stores and regulates interatomic energy transfer during the spacing expansion phase of the spacer. Put simply, it controls the rate of growth of the subject and prevents overexpansion, which can be quite messy. Yes, if the subject's rate of growth is not precisely regulated, overexpansion will cause bioorganic subjects, such as yourself, to pop like a gremlin in a microwave. Scientifically speaking, of course. There is both good news and bad news. Which would you like to have first? The bad news is that the spare cell I have is empty. The good news
I lost you.
Was that I have a spare cell. As they say, when life gives you lemons, close your eyes and imagine it's a delicious lemon crime. But I can provide you with instructions. The cell must be filled with a special mixture, a cocktail if you will. Another breakthrough invention by Dr. Tully. Hold please while I push the recipe for the embiggening cocktail to your scabby. Processing. Processing. Error. Missing directory. The directory you attempted to copy does not exist. Boo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. Cheese and fries. It appears the formula for the embiggening cocktail is not in my memory. It must be on one of the remaining super chips. We will need that recipe in order to fill the embiggening cell and send you home. I am sorry. It seems like the forces of nature are trying to keep you in this yard. But I believe you are here for a reason. Hold on to the empty cell for me, and when you feel ready, retrieve another super chip to see if we can piece this puzzle together. Ah, more chips! Thank you. Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminal Science Shop for the new recipes. Fare thee well, brave adventurer!
I think it's bedtime.
It's a go for molecular reduction. Spacer is prime.
All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in.
Body mass readout is an acceptable range. The skin fold degradation is minimal.
Specimen vitals are stable and holding. Looks like we've done it.
Great job, everyone. Let's set up 3 more trials for replication.
Sorry to crash your party. The Defense Department has arrived early to discuss Project Orc. The director needs you to be present at the meeting.
Not sure what's worse, our director or a 3-hour meeting with the military.
Wake up, Hoops! More bad dreams.
You know, I do suppose being a lab experiment in my dreams is a summation of my daily existence.
And they're working on something called Project Orc? Cool name.
Orcs are minions of Lurk and Shriek. The quest becomes even more mysterious.
You goof! Only you would know that, and only you would get excited about it.
Hey, I knew that too.
My point still stands.
Taking a look.
I've thought about this in circles for days now, and I've come to a decision. It's time to restart spacer development. Ominent may not believe in it, but I know its potential. Though I must figure out how to return shrunk objects to their original size. The first step will be to address the particle transcription errors. It seems almost certain that the irregularities are responsible for the failure during the demonstration. Burgle, please bring up all the lab data about the unknown particles.
Happy to be of service. Notes will be prepared and delivered to your table in 4 hours or less.
4 hours? What are the chances for less?
Delivery estimate will be prepared in 2 hours or less.
An auspicious beginning.
Big red thing. Must be a mite.
The Kinder Science lab modules have not held up as well as anticipated. I thought hiding these lab units in the hedge would provide a bit of protection from my rampaging children. But it appears not even the sanctuary of these leaves can protect my work from an errant flingman disc. The subsequent breaches in the lab structures have invited all manner of arachnid invaders to wander in. My plan is to recalibrate the tasty bots for defensive action. A stopgap solution, to be sure, but I have no time for avail, not when I'm so close to unlocking the mysteries of raw science. Trudy was right, as always. Perhaps she should have been the inventor and not me. I should have listened to her when she insisted that I stop the experiments. But if I pack it up now, I will have nothing to show for it. No Trudy and the kids, no spacer, not even my own health. The longer I'm here, the more I'm lumping up, aging, folding, raisening. But why? What am I becoming? A wrinkly virus, flailing helplessly in the dirt with the mushrooms. They are my family now. Though we only branched on the evolutionary tree a little over 1 billion years ago, I can feel us getting closer again already. We're all a bunch of fun guys down here, aren't we? Oh, don't look at me like that. At least no one ever heard of a raisined mushroom, did they? Did they? Attempts to reverse cell age in mushrooms seem to be going well. Mutations are volatile but productive. The shift from phase 1 to 2 was almost a blur.
There might be a reason it seemed like a blur, if I may be so bold.
Well, who asked you, Burgle? Shouldn't you be tending to your tasks instead of eavesdropping through the intercoms? Huh? Now, where was I? Oh, yes! My friends! Marasmius aureatus here. The answer is hiding in that moist, supple flesh. And once I have it, I'll be back to normal Wendell in no time. Just like it was before this all fell apart. I'll walk into that presentation room and show those ominent schmucks I belong. How do you like that, Director Schmechter? Trudy and the kids will come back. Everything will be back to normal. I just need these blasted shrooms to reveal their secrets to me.
Forgive me, Dr. Tully. Did you say you wanted mushrooms on that?
It's not so bad, Pete. I got you.
I need some help!
This has gone poorly. Very, very poorly. The essence of failure, the pinnacle of its craft. Local fauna? Berserk! Mushrooms? Exploding! My condition? Like a baby toe after a long bath. Burgle, are you there?
Is this a test?
Yes, Burgle, it's a test. Now listen carefully. I'm abandoning this facility immediately. Initiate the Blazed Earth Protocol.
But Dr. Tully, simulations indicate a 95.283% probability of catastrophic failure.
I assure you the percentages are much higher than that. Now do it.
Beep beep boop, beep 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 boop.
Why did you make fake beeping sounds?
You said this was a test.
I was being sarcastic. Ugh. Complete the lab lockdown, blast the canister per protocol, and meet me in the Black Ant Lab.
I wonder if I could keep that aphid as a pet.
I'd rather have a spider, personally. After, normal size again.
Ominent Practical Technologies, Dr. Wendell Tully, Science Division, log 88.07.01. First test demonstration of the spacer. Director Dalton Schmechter in attendance. Begin recording. Everyone, thank you for coming. Today, I will show you nothing less than a quantum leap forward in technology. This is the Spacer. It is a machine that has the power to shrink any object many times over, unleashing the power of the miniature world. Now, I'm sure that some of you will be skeptical, but I have no doubt that a demonstration of this device will show you a vision of the future, of Ominent's future, of our future. Now, if you will all put on your peeper goggles, I'll begin the demonstration. Behold, the future! No, everyone, please stay in your seats. Please stay in your seats. This is a minor issue, I assure you. Just give me a moment. I can fix this. I can fix this.
Hello there! Acting Science Manager Burgle at your service! How can I help you today? Your resourcefulness is truly remarkable, Maxwell Smalls. I thought you, for sure, would have perished by now. Hand over the super chip, and let us hope for the best. One more time. Processing. Processing. The Haze super chip. Dr. Tully tried deciphering the ageless properties of mushrooms. Disaster struck before he was able to finish. All of these great memories are coming back. Well. Some good news. A piece to the Ambiguous cocktail recipe is now restored. But not all of it, unfortunately. And I have some strange memory fragments of a Java-matic. Does that mean anything to you? A coffee maker. Interesting development. Although I cannot say I love the taste of coffee, and I certainly have no clue how this fits into the equation. However, we are making progress solving this mystery. But we are still not done. There is one more super chip to go. Ah, more chips. Thank you. Hand it over and let us see what I can remember. Much better. Check the ASL Terminal Science Shop for the new recipes. I'm afraid Dr. Tully did not program me for dream analysis, but I will do my best. Was it perhaps about electric beef? I have always wanted to have that dream. Why don't you describe your dream for me? Project Orc? That is certainly not something that Dr. Tully ever discussed with me. Ominent requires its scientists to use codenames for their projects. Eventually, the marketing department gets involved to spice it up. I heard one scientist just used American state names in chronological order. Laughing out loud! What a magnificent scheme! But I digress. Whatever Project Orc is, the name does not sound good. How can I be of assistance? Aha! That confirms it! There are two spacers, just as Dr. Tully surmised. One in the yard and one at Ominent. He had a hunch that they continued his work on the spacer after he stopped working for them. It all computes. I do not believe these are just dreams. These are surely your memories. But perhaps they only return to you as dreams. So, Ominent shrunk you, and now you are here. I am pretty sure you are not an Ominent secret agent. I was JKing. That was a test. You passed. So if you are not an Ominent agent, why would they be shrinking children? Surely I have no idea. Yet another puzzle for us to solve. On the plus side, your memories must be slowly returning. If you have another dream, please come again. If they were following the Ominent Practical Science Manual, it is likely they were documenting side effects of the shrinking process, of which there are a few. Short-term memory loss, constipation, dehydration, among other minor ailments. But as for the long-term side effects, nothing to worry about, my friend. You are looking fresher than a non-frozen meat patty. Ha 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 ha! How can I help you today? Please come again soon. I am extremely lonely.
Tiny Pete's ready for some tiny rest.
I am sleepy. No joke.
Dr. Schmechter, these...
Director.
Director Schmechter. These specimens are the breakthrough we've been looking for, just like you predicted. We're close to eliminating the raisoning problem. Our team was up all night recalibrating the spacer.
I see. Of course, my hypothesis was correct. I hope all of you remember this moment the next time you question my methods. Now then, what progress has been made on covalent space expansion? How did Dr. Wendell Tully, a lifetime failure, best the brightest minds at Ominent?
Yes, sir. We're still working on that formula. I know it's been months, but the Embiggen process is far more complicated and dangerous than we predicted.
Too bad for you, little ones. Prepare the specimens for termination.
This isn't what I signed up for.
I don't need this now. Abnormalities in the readings, unexpected power fluctuations, raw science run rampant.
Don't forget incursions by local fauna.
Mouthy robotic assistants. I'm so tired. All these new variables that need to be accounted for, they're ruining everything in my most desperate hour. It has all turned against me. Even as I walk around the backyard, I feel the walls of grass closing in on me, the tips of those green blades like daggers pointed at my heart. I see, no, I feel the unblinking, multifaceted eyes of the ants and spiders reflecting my misshapen visage, watching, always watching, and bearing witness to my failure. Perhaps it is time for me to lay down and admit defeat. Perhaps this is all the success that was meant for me. Perhaps it is enough.
Prepare for battle!
The production of raw science concentrate has been, for better or worse, spread across the yard. Given the unseen hands that move against me, it seems that no precaution is too much. No suggestion from my paranoid psyche too preposterous. What a pathetic state of affairs. Overrun by an enraged ant colony, and here I stand, naked, to the unblinking eyes spying upon my every move. Layers of abandonment and failure, like a frumpy, naked failure onion. But who sheds a tear for us, Burgle? Is it the onlookers in the shadows? Is it whomever stumbles upon our toilings down here in the muck? This should please you all. Dr. Wendell Tully, humbled again. Well, enjoy your laughs, cruel winds of fate. But this onion has one more stink left to make. And sorry, old friend, but I'm going it alone. Deleting data stores and running lab lockdown procedures. Wendell out.
Good morning! How can I help you today? Eureka! The last one! You have found it! It is finally time that we can complete the embiggening cocktail recipe. Hand over the super chip, and we can get you home. Processing! Of course, toenails! The tiny impractical spatulas at the end of human digits. Well, have fun collecting those! And the final ingredient is... Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. No. This cannot be correct! The last ingredient of the cocktail is marked as missing. I am not sure what to tell you. Dr. Wendell Tully purposefully wiped the last ingredient from my memory. My programming prohibits me from remembering the secret ingredient. Wendell never wanted it to fall into the wrong hands. He did not even trust me with it. The entire recipe is only in Wendell's noggin. And as I said, he has not been around for months. Sigh. Processing. Chicken nuggets! Wendell's Scabby! His Scabby has tracking functionality built in. We should now be able to find out where he is with this information. The extra memory you provided with the super chips is helping my processing. Sorry, I did not think to track Dr. Tully earlier. Allow me to connect to his Scabby via my handy, state-of-the-art radio modem to see what data I can pull from it. Crackle, I am connected to Dr. Tully's Scabby. I will now start the download. Location, X5432, Y 74356, Z 19666. Error, Scabby, prototype 0001A, power loss at circuit R23. Analyzing. Error code 324, subminiature axial lead resistor. Ominent model OC93412 for failure. Call 555-0126 for technical assistance. Thank you. A minor setback. I know that location. The Scabby is at Dr. Tully's favorite chair by the shed, of course. You should be able to find him there. And take this replacement fuse to repair whatever problem he is having with his Scabby. He should be able to help you out with the embiggen cocktail and get you home in no time. Good luck! I believe in you! Ah, more of your fragmented memories. Let us stack them together like the ingredients of a burger. They They are a common side effect of the
Water
shrinking
filtration
process.
tablets needed.
The memories, that is, not the burger metaphors, which are simply how I am programmed to understand the world. How can I be of assistance? Director Schumactor, the head of the science division, oversaw Dr. Tully's projects at Ominent. Dr. Tully's disdain for Director Schumactor was even more than his disdain for soggy French fries. They had many disagreements over the years over the direction of the science division. If Schumactor is involved with this, I can assure you he is up to no good. That is what Dr. Tully would say. I have never met the chap and so must reserve judgment. Reasoning is an advanced form of dehydration and an unfortunate side effect of the shrinking process on humans. It appears to become worse with each subsequent use of the spacer. Even without prolonged use, it is a degenerative malady that has no cure at this moment. At the time of his disappearance, Dr. Tully himself was keenly experiencing the side effects of reasoning and was actively working on a solution. That research is currently on hold. Good news for you, however. Ocular analysis indicates a normal number of folds on your face for a human of your age. How can I help you today? Have an exponentially great day, my friend!
I'm ready to eat my pillow, I'm so tired.
All right, here they are. All tucked in with the outfits and backpacks they were snatched in. As requested, they're strapped and synced with scabbies for whatever they might run into down there. You do realize the director will have our heads if he finds out we're removing company property?
Can you sleep at night with what this company's doing? We need to do something.
Is Dr. Tully even alive? The field team reported him missing months ago. You are prolonging the inevitable.
Wendell, wherever he is the only hope for these kids. I'll make the delivery to his yard discreetly. No one is even going to know.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The eyes, they are always watching. The backyard is watching. Strange noises, stranger occurrences, coincidences. Oh, I think not. Or is it my mind playing tricks on me? I feel the senility at the edges of my thoughts. I have grown so old. Just the other day, I found my tape recorder laying out that I knew I had put away. I would not have been so careless, and yet there it was. Could it have been Burgle? No. No. Such a conspiracy would be beyond his capabilities. Something darker is afoot. Ominent, perhaps. I knew it might be too great a risk to liberate that equipment from them. Whatever it is always watching. Ominent, surely. But how could they know? I took such precautions, and yet... Burgle, execute end-of-day procedures. Wait. Ignore that. I will see to it myself. It may be time for me to find a new venue for my research. Away from these eyes.
Nothing like a little science, as I always say.
Scabby online. Transferring biometric data. Wendell Tully. Biometric data transfer complete. Audio file download. Dr. Wendell Tully. Title. Goodbye.
Hello, my scabby-wearing friend. I do not know who you are or how you came by this message, but please tell them I tried. Tell Trudy, Thor, my little Sarah. Tell the world. The sun is setting on our yard, and it brings back so many memories. Sitting in this chair, my favorite chair, my thinking chair. I fear this may be the last time I lay eyes on such a beautiful sight. I'm nearly out of time. My body shrivels more with each passing day. Even my scabby can barely fit on my bony wrist. The spacer, my greatest achievement. A disaster. The final chapter in the book of my many failures. Perhaps in solitude, free from my family, from Burgle, from Ominent, perhaps I can finally find a cure to this damnable reasoning. So, this will be my last adventure into the miniature world. I leave the warmth of the sun and embrace the unknown. I'll either find the answer or shrivel in the darkness below. To my lab underneath the shed. This is Dr. Wendell Tully, signing off. Goodbye. Working in the dark is playing tricks on my mind. I fear every shadow, hear whispers in the silence. But most of all, I miss my family.
Old, musty wasteland of terror and death. A really tiny one. Not that that helps me now.
I'm gonna have nightmares about this place for the rest of my life. I just know it.
Look on the bright side. It might not be much longer.
How is that the bright side?
Sorry, Pete, but we're screwed.
Oh, wow. That is a lot of raw science.
Look at this nerd pad. Dr. Tully's gotta be here.
Defeat. Failure. Countless infusions. Countless migraines. I'm so shriveled now, I can barely walk. And the true origin of raw science? Ooh, an enigma. A mystery box with no lid. I don't think I have much longer. It is hard to think straight. I am so tired. I have only one option that remains. One last toss of the proverbial dice.
That doesn't sound like hello. Nice to meet you.
7 years experience playing minotaurs and myrmidons leads me to believe that that is not a good sound.
Oh, hell no. I'll fight giant bugs all week long, but I'll draw the line at scary-ass man-bug monsters.
But you and your Ominent paymasters will never get their hands on the What? No! How can this... Where is the override? Sure. Not who I expected. My apologies for all of that. I thought you were agents of Ominent. Come for me at last. How should I know what guise Schmechter's agents would come shrouded in? The subterfuges of your ilk know no limits. Still, you do seem a bit young to be in the employ of Ominent. Oh, what have I done? Well, there is not much I can say to that. It may have been Schmechter and his
Don't even need to boil it.
goons that pulled the switch, but it is still my invention and my responsibility. To think that you have been caught up in all of this. Your children, not much older than my Sarah or Thor. Oh, what has become of me? Threatening death to children. But also, what are you doing here? Well, that's fair. I have no doubt terrible things have brought you here. Terrible things that are undoubtedly my fault. I never meant to hurt anyone. I don't deserve it, but I hope one day you can forgive me. Speaking of forgiveness, please excuse my shriveled appearance. This blasted raisin has taken its toll on my body. My support pod is the only thing keeping me from drying out completely. As you can see, my body has withered away. I created the mat to be used as a temporary body so that I could continue my work. But I never imagined the insect's instincts would remain, let alone gain sentience. I lost control almost immediately. As always, my greatest successes are followed by the greatest failures. Wendell Tully, husband, father, scientist. He succeeded only in the end. When the raisoning became too much, I realized I had to find a cure before it was too late. I hid here, away from the eyes. So many prying eyes. Ominent has always wanted to steal my work. They would never admit its worth and greatness, and yet they would always take it. Especially Schmechter. I have made many mistakes in my life. Countless, really. But one that I will never make again is to allow my discoveries to fall into the hands of that corporation. If I must die for it, so be it. Like the grape set out in the sun, the body shrivels, withers, desiccates, becoming a husk of what was once a living being. In essence, what you see here before you, in all its unholy glory, the withered man. Well, if you will allow me to check your scabby. You've been in the yard for over a month. I'm sure the signs of raisoning would be apparent by now. Nothing in my research has shown that there is any immunity to it, and yet here you are. Perhaps it is that your youthful bodies are more resistant than others. Likely, this is why Ominent was experimenting on children to begin with, which means... Did Schmechter find a cure? No, That would be beyond anyone's ability, I think. Damn! As much as I loathe the man, I must admit that Schmechter is brilliant in his own way, though his methods can be quite distasteful. We cannot rule out the possibility that he has done it. Could that mean there is hope for me? Home. Oh, yes, of course. Home. Your parents must be worried. So very worried. The process is not difficult. You will simply need to brew an embiggening cocktail at the Java-matic machine. Ah, you are wise. You are wise. Wise beyond your years. Yes, indeed. There is a secret ingredient. The embiggening process is extremely taxing on living subjects. You'll need enough nutrients and proteins to survive the expansion to your original size. We use the embiggening cell to regulate this expansion by way of the secret cocktail. The ingredients in the cocktail, like the keratin in toenails, fortify the skeletal structure as it grows. Unfortunately, there is this small issue of overexpansion. If the subject grows too quickly, they are prone to overexpansion, or in layman's terms, they explode. To counter this, sustained infusions of carbon dioxide gas must be added to the mixture. Fortunately, I found a secret ingredient that works perfectly in this regard. Grilled science. Grilled science! Raw science represents the essence of ingenuity, but thrown over the coals of fire, it is tempered by flame, tamed by Burgle's spatula, and emerges as something greater, plump and juicy. Grilled science. It reminds me of the barbecues we once had in our backyard. Oh, Trudy, Sarah, Thor. The last of the grilled science is in the refrigerated storage room over there. Are you ready to go? We'll need some grilled science. Good. Good. Then we have everything we need to proceed. I promise I will get you home. I may have failed my own children, but I will not fail you. Oh, from the mouths of babes. Yes, you may be right. It might not be too late for me. But what is most important is getting you home. We need to head to the Java-matic machine in the upper yard. There we can blend the embiggening cocktail needed to run the spacer safely. I'm opening the back door for you. I will follow close.
Science is surprisingly awesome.
The embiggening cell is in place. We're almost ready to commence brewing. The mixture seems right. Well done. Perhaps you could get a job at the Gittin Jet as a barista. Assuming all goes to plan, of course. And you're old enough to comply with any labor laws. It looks like there are still a few bugs left in the system. We'll need to get down there and repair those mixer modules. Everything looks good from here. We should go over the brewing process.
Choke it down, Pete.
Look at the state of this! Subterfuge, reckless destruction of apparatus, the complete lack of respect for another person's science. This all reeks of schmecter. I must warn you, the fusion process for the embiggening cocktail is quite loud. It will continue to draw attention from the director's little army. And it will take some time to brew, I'm afraid. We'll need to defend those mixer modules for as long as it takes. If the orcs destroy them, they'll take down the entire system. A prudent suggestion. Strong enough defensive structures around the Java-matic's weak points could buy us the time we need. I have a storage facility not far from here that should be of use in this endeavor. I'll mark its location on your scabby. This might take a bit longer to get you home, but safety first, as I always say. If we can find where they are coming from, we just might uncover a way to stop them. But where? They are a creation of Ominent. I suspect they have some sort of facility hidden in the yard. If you can locate it, I think that I can get us inside. I wonder if... No, that can't be it. Perhaps he hid it in there. No, that's far too obvious. Shh, I'm thinking. Maybe, just maybe, he hid it behind the... Ha! Absurd. Who in their right mind would build a lab there? Well, it's not that I think that I have no idea where it is. Sorry. For science!
The hero's last stand begins!
What's on your mind? Well, that's quite a lot. Could you be more specific? An early dream! A testament to my skills as an inventor? A useless robot? My final companion.
It kind of looks like a popsicle. I get the feeling it's not refreshing, though.
I cannot bear to look upon myself any longer. I have become a monster. Inhuman, less than the insects that are my only companions now. I have become old, well before my years. A shrunken husk of a man, a walking corpse like Lurkin Shriek, doomed to the executioner's axe. Trudy was right all along, as she always is. And what remains? I'm a failure as a scientist, as a husband, and as a father. I have no choice but to remain here, living exiled in the backyard. I have diverted my remaining strength and will into finding a cure for this malady. Raisinification, if you will. It is my only hope now. All other research initiatives must be placed on hold, or it will be too late. It may already be too late. It is only fitting that I am so small, tiny, minuscule, just like my legacy.
Let's see what's around here. Time for the Max Daddy to shine.
There's a big bug here. Don't even need to boil it.
I think we've done it! Though the situation did seem rather precarious for a moment there. Wonderful work, though. You would make an excellent lab assistant. When you're a little older, of course. Now, we just need to grab the embiggening cell before the orcs return. How do you like that, Director Spectre? Excellent. Cell integrity appears nominal. You might be the best assistant I've ever had. But don't tell Burgle that. He's just looking for an excuse to use that grilling function. Anyway, back to the spacer. Maybe we can get you home before dinner.
Better than starving, I think.
We need to talk. Well, here we are. Back where it all began. We'd better get you back to your families. I suspect they're worried sick about you. Perhaps they are worried about me still, but I know that I put them through a lot. I only hope that they know how much I love them. But there's no sense in being so glum. I haven't quite yet reached the end of my road, though there may not be much track left to lay. Now look, all this sad talk has me mixing my metaphors. Don't worry about me. Whatever will be, will be. I understand. Thank you for everything that you've done. I'll never forget it.
Burgle here. After our call, would you be interested in taking a short survey on the quality of my service today?
For the last time, Burgle, no! I do not want any more of these confounded follow-up surveys. The answer is adequate. Always adequate.
Adequate?
Now, listen to me. This is your manager speaking. We're about to fire up the spacer. I need you to keep an eye on the raw science convergence coupling. The last thing we need is an overload spike.
Wait, you are leaving? Have you been dissatisfied with my service?
Don't worry. I'll come back for you when things calm down in the real world. But it may be a while.
Affirmative, Dr. Tully. I will stay behind. Again.
But I need you to keep an eye on things down here while I'm gone. Regional Science Manager Burgle?
Regional Science Manager? But, Dr. Tully, does that mean we will be franchising?
Burgle, this is a big responsibility. In recognition of your work ethic and commitment to outstanding customer service.
Really? My circuits are sizzling, Dr. Tully. Have no fear. Regional Manager Burgle will not let you down. That's Regional Manager Burgle. Thank you very much.
Indeed it is. This is it, my young friend. When you get home, do me a favor. Don't grow up too fast, will you? Oh, for the last time, it should be I who is thanking you. Okay then. Would you do the honors of flipping the switch? For science!
And with a flash, that was the end of the tiny adventure of a lifetime. At least that's what the local papers called it. It's hard to believe how much has happened since then. Pete, Max, Willow, and Hoops tried to tell everyone what had happened, but without evidence, no one believed them. No, instead, people heralded Ominent's amazing new invention, a shrinking machine, and everyone learned the name of the one behind it all, Director Dalton Schmachter. It didn't end there. The world found out about me, about the raisoning, and I had to disappear and hide away, which meant all I could do was watch as Schmachter took credit for everything that I had achieved. The kids tried to get back to their normal lives as best they could. Burgle has been keeping an eye on them in my stead, joining their science and robotics club. They made him the mascot, but they didn't tell him that part. I can't help thinking that there was more I could have done with my time in the yard. That said, I have my wife, my family, and I can continue my research, such that it is, trying to make the most of what little time that I have remaining.